Just dropping Tabson off in short B. He'll get an opportunity to have some impact. Rise creeping on in. Checked by Barbie, but not well enough. Ember now trying to find the trade, but too many shots have been whiffed from both parties. Ember able to clean it up, and now we're into the A site.
Yeah, that was more of a distraction than anything else for Big. Obviously, Tabson won't be super enthused about how it's gone down, but end of the day, the result is still a good one for Big. J-Bone taking the head off Benzine. And that is going to leave just Ember alive, which unfortunately will not get converted into anything meaningful. So Pistol Round is on the board for Big. They're underway. Not so much so far. Tabson again happy to take this role of just putting the pressure on the B-bomb side. Oversteps is welcome. Freeze deleted. Revan putting on a bit of a display today. Needs to turn around and worry about Big pushing their way out of the monster tunnel. The Deagle connections are not too bad onto Process, but unfortunately not converted, and Ember burning alive. Hang on a quick minute though. Cloud has pushed his way up on short. He finds the double.
No HP. Should go down here pretty easily. Three-way crossfires if it was even needed. Another one for Clouder. Over on that A site, denying that party aggression. Now testing the setup over towards long. Freeze and JDC doing the best they can to hold, but not even a singular kill picked up here by Big. They continue their rough streak in the pistols.
I mean, there's still a chance that Process and Tabson could make something happen. Tabson, again, good with that USP. He's going to divert them in the direction of Process, who wins a couple of individual duels himself. And Arise are going to be looking at this round and wondering how on earth has this fallen apart.
Ember, 1-on-2. Catches the side of one of these players, but now he's going to have to deal with the double swing. Tabson recovering things nicely. And Arise a little bit of an earlier timing towards B. The flash gets whiffed, but they go through the monster pipe nonetheless.
Cloud unable to win that duel, and Benzine is unable to see anything. Tabson, he'll be aware, but can't actually land that kill. This force buy from Big, it's posing a bit of a threat to Arise, but they're answering that call quite well. It's just a carpet of fire down there in the pit. Still Big working their way back in. Oh, what a shot. That's a critical one from J-Bone. He would have been dead otherwise. Revan.
It's a game of patience here between J-Bone and Revan. And Revan is the one that needs to make the first move as the T. J-Bone on the off angle.
Smoke to front bathrooms. JDC out well in front of it, so it's not going to be a particularly useful piece of util for Arise.
I mean, they're out of util. They burned all their flashes in the early round, and they're already down a player.
Might be about to be down a couple as Freeze waits patiently for Benzine's position. And all over the map, some individual aim tools are going the way of Big, which means we're down to just Ember, the last man standing here for Arise in what has ultimately become quite a difficult map. It looked like it would be competitive in that first half, but that was a bait. 13-6, map 1 is going to go the way of Big.
Quick fight in towards carpets. Tabson does seem to be cleaning up. Finally cleaned up by Ember, though. J-Bone alone inside of the balcony. Trade being attempted here by Arise, but no one can really hit a single bullet on him, and that's enough time for Big to come in for the flood. Made a pretty deep up dig at this point. Tabson cleaned out of carpets. That's a huge molly, and Process mopping up to Freeze. Was able to find one in the meanwhile. J-Bone forcing his way through the moto smoke is punished thusly, and it's a winnable 1-on-2 for Ember. First duel with Process goes beautifully. AK picked up now. This could be a huge impact play for Arise.
Which will put him in a straight up fight. No, Ember looking in the wrong direction. Had no idea. JDC behind him.
Over here on brackets, though, pacing from J-Bone. Straight up into jungle side, but Ember going unchecked in the corner has a little bit of impact. Still, the kills are going the way of Big, though.
Benzine back here in pit. Oh, he's trying to hold on, but he can't. Revan, unfortunately, given a bit too much to do there on short, and that is going to put this all on the shoulders of Barbie, who... Oh, let's see if that affords him any opportunity to walk back up onto the site.
Let's see. Contest, but not a J-Bone and Tabson running through a molly on carpet side. JDC double entering banana. This round is bananas.
And that plant will go down. It's a reasonably open plant for that pit player. Freeze is going to have a lot of room to work with. But he's going to need the backup of Process to hold on to this short push. It's a nice crossfire for the big players. That smoke will not bring Freeze out of the conversation. Ember trying to jump up over the top of it. Doesn't see anybody just yet. And time is ticking away from him, and his head is gone. That is that big. We'll take the 2-0 today.
Yeah, that's, you know, it's interesting. I was going to say, Musketeers have been versing a ton of, like, top-level European competition, so it kind of makes sense that, you know, some of the European teams that they've come toe-to-toe with are specialized in some of those maps. Six are already firing away with it. Berettas for 3. Triple make it 4. And now Default to the left, and will they give the ace to Sixer is the question. Default's fighting against the shell players now, trying to push behind him, and Duvidek will find the killing blow there. Sixer no ace, but still 4 in the pistol.
You know, things to take away. That adds into the experience that, you know, we saw Wicked Gaming talking about in the pre-show interviews with Samina, where they were talking about how it's all about the experience and getting that experience and being able to find themselves.
And a teammate rotates over here. Of course, Crazy Game is being cautious, walks out short, gets dinked up there by the MP9 from Taki. We'll see a plant go down here for Wicked Gaming. They're in a pretty good spot now to try and hold it down. Defaulter winning a crucial duel there to start it off. Cyclone as well to trade it. Defaulter for another. Musketeers with only 2 to try and retake here. I don't think it's doable.
Oh, I beg to differ, Tone. You got 2 guys that are quite low. The highest HP is 42 points of health over towards Crazy Gamer and Sixer. Jax, they're proving you wrong, Tony! And it all falls down to Crazy Gamer for Wicked Gaming to potentially get a second here. Molly goes out, Crazy Gamer burns alive, Jax puts a bullet in his torso to make sure of it, and the Musketeers pick up 6!
Yep.
I love it. I love this timeline they're in.
And, well, Crazy Gamer, some good trades back, but Musketeers, they have the side. Sixer deep tuck in towards the wrong side of things. All up to fall back. The flash fired off. It's got the backstab, but the pistol shots don't miss. They will hit, and Drac will trade back. It's 1 versus 1. It's Hattie God versus Drac, and it will be Drac to find the wallbang shot.
Oh, we're getting cultured today, Tony.
We're getting cultured.
Hattie will be burning. Hopefully not too happy with it, but Fired Up is fired up! 3-piece for him! Get that man! A bit of a 3-piece chicken nugget. As Taki is left in what is possibly an unwinnable situation. Will get 1, but that's all he could get. Fired Up, have yourself a round, son.
Getting in that early chip damage to follow up with the kills here. Cyclone, they're getting aggressive. Six is expecting it here, holding the line. Six gets traded though.
Musketeers are slowly working their way into this B side here, purely for the fact that it's a longer rotation in through mid. The question is, you know, Drac had to be careful. Instead, gets caught by the AWP. Fired Up. His nades in through long. Crazy Gamer in here for support. That smoke, oh, sorry, the shadow will be spotted, but Duvidek finds 1. Jax doubles up. The ball comes down to Fired Up by himself. 1v2. Jackson Taki could be sending the Musketeers through over to Nuke very, very shortly as that bomb halfway ticked down. Fired Up with that AWP. Needs to aggress into the side, but he's got to walk straight into Taki's crosshairs. Taki will finish it off. And that is going to be map 1 done and dusted. The Musketeers take down Wicked Gaming on Ancient.
And got a beautiful shot on that one here. And of course, Musketeers, their eyes are probably on that one as well. Big. One of the teams are probably heavy favorites to lift it. And we'll already see a aggressive 8-take here from Musketeers. Jackson, you're able to trade it. And the bomb will go down here. So Musketeers.
Yeah, and all 3 coming through heaven. Hattie is the win condition here. With all of the HP at the moment, as Hattie does at least get 1, leaving Jax by himself. The 1v2, dancing around in through Hut, will eventually get away, liftified another day, does at least get Crazy Gamer down. It all falls to Hattie God, who jumps into the side. Hattie God will win it. You know, this second half of the game, Jax has got an insane position. He's just chilling in the side in the smoke. Eventually will be found by Cyclone here. 2 early picks for Wicked, but Drac gets involved. A nice little piece there from Drac. Fired Up to at least get 1 back. Crazy Gamer to find 6, and it all comes down to the skipper, the IGL, the captain. for the Musketeers, and Wicked Gaming look to be in the greatest position they can to pick themselves with 6th here.
And bomb dropped over towards lobby, and well, fired up. Going to be good to close at 6, and for Wicked, you know, they started with 5, got that final one to close it out, and speaking of 6 are finding one over towards ramp already. But as well, Musketeers are one of those teams that are going to let Wicked go down through secret. So both these teams not really playing for all too much out of control. They're happy to give it up with Tagi. 6 are looking for some shots with the pistols.
12 of the last 13 rounds or something like that. Like, this has been a absolutely dominant run of momentum for them at the minute. There's 6 up. Oh, what a way to open up the account, dude. Oh, he's so goated, dude. Olaf Meister.
Crimps.
My word. Duvedek does fine, had he got, at a minimum, Crazy Gamer. He's just sort of left to just try and fight just anything in any angle that presents itself. Drac will be able to find a second there, as Cyclone will be... Cyclone is just staring down the barrel of 13 on the scoreboard and a 13-6 scoreline tone. A 2-0 clean sweep here for the Musketeers. And we'll see this util now start to abuse this A site. Revens with those dualies. Come on, hit a shot, son. Barely able to find tags onto Zums, but Oppression, Zums both falling. Derek is able to at least get one back. Barbie holding in towards Triple. Has to find something. Winter still starting off pretty hot here. A nice little one tap with that Glock. A 3v3 now as that plant should be going down. You'd imagine sometime soon. Kuma's just trapped in towards Tetris at the minute as Arise starts to look to retake in through CT. They do leave Benizi. Of course, the double up in through CT as well. We'll see Derek at least finding a kill. Does he expect the second there? That's got to be the question. With 45 seconds here to play, Nemesis, they're playing it nice and slow. I do love this. I won't lie, Tone. I like this out of a pistol round for Team Nemesis.
Safe and so passive, they will be able to get that bomb finally planted. Louder looking to swing on to 3 members. Bomb down here for Nemesis. Low HP for a few, and Benzine will be able to find Kuma. Will be able to clear out underneath balcony. Benzine for 2. Now Derek trapped behind the firebox and needs to fight his way out. Benzine will fall. Another jump up there and trade out to the other pistol potentially. Will be able to grab the other Glock. Doesn't hit the shot though. Clouder will be able to win it out. And it's Arise for the pistol round to pick it up. Arise being a little bit devious with it, but it's working. Raven, missed shot, missed opportunity. Nemesis now the opportunity to get out onto the site. Kuma able to find one at the Barbie, but Raven has pushed up onto Triple. Impression traded onto Ember, but Raven is still firing away from Triple. Absolutely going crazy here. Zums now the last remaining member. A few stuck behind the smoke. Revan still stuck behind Triple. Zums will find it. Trades out to the AK now. More bullets in the chamber to work with. And trying to fight that fight against the stairs player will not be able to find it. A million things, you know. I just saw during the halftime, Impression's got like a little Labubu that like scrolls faces, so it's cool to see, you know. Team Nemesis coming in with the swag, and Impression going to be swagging out. Dual Berettas here up on top of the balcony. Will be traded out though quickly by Arise. They now drop into jail where Kuma is sitting. Only one from him, and Benzi will quickly trade it back.
Could have been a chance for Winter there to make a play over towards the bench player, but Clouder wants to get aggressive, has to best these dualies here, doesn't expect Derek, but Derek will end up finding both. It all falls down to Revan by himself, 1v2. Derek on 2 points of health. Winter is the win condition, or was the win condition, now on 5 points of health. A single bullet will get it done, but Revan still dancing around that side. Winter can't find the kill, and Arise will win the pistol. There's now the short presence. Starts to fire in towards the site. It will be Impression to at least try to do some damage. Barbie eventually will go down. Ember gets himself one. It all falls to Impression. Gets a second, but it's just not enough. It's going to give up the site. And with Cloud up on that lurking through Khan Hill, will take out Derek. Zums with this AWP needs to have himself an incredible round so far. Flashes, smokes, you name it. It's been thrown. That Africa pick will need to be there, but Winter can't find it. Zums will be left by himself. A 1v2 turned 1v1, but Clouder gets the trade. Arise are going to pick up 11. And some good damage has been done early by Nemesis as well. Smokes will go up in through window. Clouder's going to get caught off guard here by Impression. Brings it back to a 4v4 here. A minute to play. Winter now swings that pendulum the other way. There's Revan taken down. Ember should be able to catch Winter off guard and will. Derek at the same time falling. That's the A site collapsing, but Impression able to work his way back in. Brings it back to a 2v2. This jungle fight has to be big, and it has to go Kuma's way, but he fluffs it. This could be the end here, Tone. It really could, and it will be. Arise. A massive upset at the very end of the map, but it's going to be Nemesis that dropped their own map pick, Tone. We move to Train.
Arise T-side to start here on Train, Nemesis CT, and you know, some would say CT is where you want to start on a map like Train. It used to be very CT-sided, but for Arise, T-side getting off to a hot start. Clouder there, finding that one full blind on Takuma.
They do have that man advantage as well. Impression with those duelies is going to be having a little bit of a kissing match in the smoke. Zum's Impression all of a sudden have swung this round back into the way of Nemesis. That's Benzie being traded out here by Derek. Now a 2v2 as everything starts to collapse in. Barbie from behind will take out Winter Ember to double up as well as...
Yeah, not completely stopping at the moment. Winter will be able to find Clouder walking out through upper B here, so that's an AK.
Who's the next to step up? Who's the next to be wanting and willing to take some of these fights? As Derek gets caught off guard, it's going to be Benzie with those flashes behind him, able to find himself that opener. Kuma at least gets a trade back. It all falls down to this A site yet again. Impression does at least get one back, and it's an absolute bloodbath here at the A-bomb side. Impression with a second. Barbie with a deagle. Can't do much at all. And Nemesis pick themselves up a third. Well, I guess Tony's dead. That's alright. These dualies are alive and well as Revan finds the opener. Zums at least gets one back. It will be a 1-for-1 trade here as Nemesis have themselves a little bit of a scrap in towards B halls, and
Arise have 3 players in connector here ready to rotate out. And will be a shot. Benzine there catching one on the cross. Kuma will be able to trade out on the Clouder though, so Nemesis are slowly making their approach up onto the site, and once again Zums coming alive. Find a multi-kill. Ember not even able to get that kill out from T-Con, and Derek. Zums will get in the close corner there. Smoke blossoms here from Arise. Barbie needs to be careful though. They have heard the gun, they've heard the shot. And Derek gets the jump on. AK retrieved here for Team Nemesis.
that AWP will get tagged up, misses his shot, but Ember at least able to claw Derek back. That's Winter on a beautiful little swing. He's gotten through B, gets himself a second. The chaos of the Tech 9 is absolutely working. A treat here, Winter for 3. The Tech 9s could be the team that do it, and it will be. Nemesis, take out map number 2. Mr. 2-Tap Tony, we are heading over to map number 3. But you do have to go through Deep Cross Gaming. Not an easy task by any means of the imagination as we get Overpass started right here, right now. It's going to be the cheeky little B-Rush as Winter. First man in, he's going to be the first man out as well as Clouder rips his head clean off. Kuma at least finding one. Ember to at least get involved as well in that kill feed. And for Team Nemesis, they start to stutter. And they start to splutter here through B main. They've got to worry about Revan, who's hanging in through short water. He wants a bit of a brawl. He wants a bit of a tussle, and he might get himself some kills. Gets one. Is there a second? Could it be Revan for a little bit more with a pistol? Make it 2. Runs out of bullets. Somehow still alive. Kuma eventually finishes the job off, but a 1v3 all on off of the Team Nemesis.
Felt like the wrap was for nothing. Went all the way back up through Con. Now to short. Kuma has spotted player over towards water. Needs to find that kill quickly. And we'll be able to do so. Kuma looking for the bomb plant, looking for these fights too. Both Heaven players swinging at the same time, and they'll find the shots. Slow and methodical this one. Winter needs to be cautious. Clouder over here towards bathroom. Right off angle catches Winter.
In fact, he's just taken some bullets. Hasn't erased any suspicion as of yet. Barbie, that rotation is late. Instead, Kuma wants to enter into the side. Ember will fall. Zums doubling up to get in there. Map B site now starts to crumble here for Arise. Bomb plant will go down. And Arise, a 3v3 for them to try and retake this B side. It has been difficult, especially in recent history, to retake the B side at all with no utility. Could it be a task too tall? That bomb halfway ticked down. That's going to be a beautiful shot from Impression to at least open up the account. Finds himself a second, make it 3! And Nemesis pick themselves up a 4th. Is this mountain climbable? Is it Everest, or is it like a small mountain, like a Mount Druitt?
Like a Mount Druitt, you think? A Mount Druitt is a big hill.
It's Clouder. Always looking for something. Looking for an extra pick. At least gets one. That's a nice little start. And brick by brick, Nemesis could potentially crumble. These long-range fights with the Glock taking its toll.
We can do all the prep work necessary. Arise, though. One final hurrah with a few Forced in pistols and a spray that doesn't quite hit for Derek, so that starts good for Arise. They won't immediately push the issue. They still have to deal with Winter over towards Short here. With a great lurk out there, catching Winter on the backstab, but he'll turn around, he'll get the pick. Arise, though, have the site.
Unprotected. Leave him unaccounted for his impression. At least getting Ember. The man advantage now falls to 1 for Arise. The smoke's going down.
Oh.
Zums. How good's that with the orb? Gets himself 1. Can't quite hit the flick. Is there a second on the cards? No, but Impression has to go help his Orpa. Impression, 1 by 1. This could be the game here, Tony. Is Impression dancing around, running around the pillar. Barbie doing the same. Impression gets the kill. Does he have the time? Does have a kit. Is there going to be enough of time remaining? No, there isn't. Impression can't get it done in Arise. Stay alive for another round. With that AWP ringing out, they'll start to aggress over towards A. Benzi wants to charge in, has to care for Mapper Zums. Big kill. That's a massive opener here. Because now with 20 seconds to play, that bomb has to make a decision. Derek will end up falling. Sorry, dropping Clouder, my apologies. As they'll start to hit B. 10 seconds here. Is there even enough time? If we see Kuma just hold off the line, it could be enough, but Barbie, Ember, that's one apiece. It all falls down to the IGL. Impressions can't get the kill! And all of a sudden that plant will go down. 3 seconds left on that clock tone as Barbie will take down Zums. That's the rifle taken away in Winter all by himself. With that 5-7. Has to find 3 to win it right here, right now. Arise have left it close, but Winter will find 1, no more than that. They've got to go through Derek, they've got to go through Kuma, they've got to go through the IGL Impressions to get there. Derek will be slow with that smoke. Instead, he'll end up getting taken out by a blind Clouder. Clouder eventually traded away. Kuma needs to get that molly down, and he will. It's going to be 2 mollies to look to separate everything. Winter will at least be able to get another. This B site absolutely blocked off, no access at all. Another nade will come in as Impression wants to hold in that monster fight and that monster presence. Smoke goes down, he'll look to back away and keep his life. Zums in the back of the site. Now Winter joining in through short water. Impression finds 1. The IGL gets a second. It can all be done right here, right now, and it will be! Nemesis have made an absolute blunder, turn into their greatest success here as they'll pick themselves up map number 3, a 13-11 scoreline. My word, Tony!